Growing up, I always heard about my grandmother, Donna, being a serious and stoic woman. I heard stories of being a strict disciplinarian growing up. I knew her love for grammar and penmanship, and she worked for the IRS. But I never saw it that way, though. Mama was a fun and loving individual. When I was a kid, I moved down here from New York when I was about 7 years old, but we would come visit from New York, and we would spend our days at the pool and at the beach. I didn't notice it then, but I'm sure there were some margaritas there because she was always having Jimmy Buffett on the radio. She would take us to the park in our neighborhood and always to the store for a new toy. Coming to see her, it was a little kid's paradise. And she would come visit us in New York too. And when she came to see us there, it just was an unlimited party the whole time. I mean, we were always playing outside or in the basement. Cinnamon rolls for breakfast, chocolate chip muffins for lunch. It was awesome. As I got older, though, I got to meet the real Donna. And I got to see her sense of humor and her tenacity to live. She never had a negative thing to say about anyone, and I actually just remember I was driving down A1A, heading south to my parents' home in Volcano Beach, and I was right behind Mama. She was also driving, and for those of you who know that road through Guana, sometimes it's some slow-moving traffic, and you gotta get around some people, and Mama passed this woman, and the lady stuck her hand out and flipped her off, and I saw the whole thing happen from behind her, so I obviously passed that lady and flicked her off back. When we got to the house, she's like, "Did you see that lady flick me off?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I got your back." She was laughing about it. I was upset. I was like, "Who's gonna flick off my grandma like this? She didn't do anything wrong." And Mama, she just laughed about it. It was fun, you know. It was just love for everyone, even someone trying to cross her like that. So I grew up a little bit. I moved to Jacksonville to go to college at UNF, and me and Mama started going on lunch dates all the time. We'd go. Our favorite spot was European Street, but we'd make our way around the town, and that's when I really got to really get to know her as you know, as an adult. We'd laugh together and share stories about the past. We'd laugh at stories about my mom and my uncle growing up, and some of their family, and the Bunko girls. I heard a lot about you guys too. I know you're out there. She loved having a good time, almost as much as her Pinot Grigio. She also became my restaurant aficionado here in Jacksonville, because I was new to the area. She would give me advice on where to take girls out on dates and different things happening around the town. And she always had an incredible memory. Everywhere that she sent me, she would have some story about something that happened at that restaurant or that event or something like that. And we're talking years and years and years ago. And be able to tell a story in great detail. And you know, we'd come back and we'd chat again the next month. She asked me how things were going. We'd share stories, you know, back and forth. She got to know me much better, and I got to know her. I told her about things I wanted to do, places I wanted to go, and she was always encouraging, you know, and believing me to go do those things. And it was just a very positive influence on my life as my sister and my cousin Jack here growing up. For those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, you know I like to party. And I would tell her about these parties I went to in college. One time I was telling her about this crazy party I went to. There was food, pool, lots of beer, wine, all the booze you could dream of, people getting in arguments, dancing, fighting, girls falling down. Forgive me, Father, someone can take the top off. The house must have been a disaster the next day. Sticky floors, solo cups all over the yard. Type of night where you thank God for services like Uber and Lyft to get you home safe. It was one of the best parties I ever went to in college. And a lot of you guys were actually there. It was her 75th birthday party, hosted by Craig and Amy. It was a very memorable one. Even in her last days, we hosted my father's birthday in the hospice unit with her. There was a girls' wine night that I wasn't invited to, where she even got to hold on to a bottle of Pinot Grigio. Yeah. She loved having fun, and she loved being around the people who loved her. She was a woman who both gave and received love unconditionally, and earth is lost a great woman, but heaven gained.